John's training is phenomenal. I've been through training with many companies. I was told when I came over you wouldn't get training. But I was so surprised in seeing what down-to-earth, basic roots training that you get here. Just phenomenal. I'm real pleased here.
I am thoroughly enjoying the training with John. I think he's doing an exceptional job, and I feel that when I leave here, I'll be better prepared to serve my clients. I think what's so effective about John's training is the sincerity that comes through when he's delivering, and so I know that I'll remember what he shared with me today, because I also know that having a personal touch makes a great difference. It's not just a transaction, it's a person's life that you're changing when you're selling them a home. So I really appreciate and enjoying John's training.
Is it that every time I show a real estate agent how to close at least 2 extra houses a month, generate tons of new commissions, and they actually go do it, then get those checks at closings, take them to their bank, deposit them and use the money to pay their bills, and then repeat this simple ethical and legal process over and over again, they still don't believe it? If I guaranteed you could use my specific lead generation and converting techniques to pocket at least 2 extra closings whenever you wanted, would you do it? My name is John Horne, and in this video I'll show you how to generate 2 or more additional closings in as little as a month. Once you discover these simple techniques, you'll be able to do it over and over again, which means you can earn as much money as you want and do it quickly whenever you want. This is not something that you need to spend a lot of time learning, and it will only take me a few short minutes to explain it to you here, so pay very close attention. First, a question. Why is your real estate business not successful? Is one reason that you don't have a steady stream of quality leads coming into your business? Is another reason that you do not use a consistent, dependable system for closing these leads? And maybe another is because you have no system in place to actively get referrals. Am I right? Today you're going to learn one of my best kept secrets, so pay attention because I don't plan on leaving this video up for very long. Recently I showed these systems and techniques to my friend Don, and this is what he said after using it. After the very first session, I got a referral worth $1,500 that I would have never gotten without John's program. My business is growing, and John's multiple streams of leads program really has helped me get more quality leads and make more money. And understand this, Don's results are pretty typical for someone who follows the simple logical steps I show them, but some people end up making a lot more money than Don. My friend Anna, for example, uses my techniques to close more deals each month than she ever has before. And she said this to me, "What I do is use John's farming techniques and newsletter strategies to get listings. Now I consistently have 13 to 15 listings per month." John's conversational patterns are amazing. I can correct a client and keep the deal together without hurting the client's feelings. That's Sherry Powers out of New Jersey. The great thing is you can learn these secrets without going to live seminars, traveling all across the country, or even leaving your home. And you definitely don't have to be a rocket scientist or have a PhD to understand my systems. In fact, if you were dropped anywhere in the U.S. with nothing but the techniques I show you, I guarantee that you'd be able to generate leads and convert them into sales, earning you commissions faster than you ever dreamed possible. I know this because I use these strategies to take my business from about 25 sales per year to well over 200 deals per year. And countless others are using these underground strategies that I teach to skyrocket their closing ratios amazingly with very little work. I wish someone had taken the time to teach me these strategies when I first started in the business. I would be wealthy and retired by now. This is Bill Casagrande. Now, not everyone will have the same results as Anna, Donna, and Bill, but you can typically expect to generate at least 1 to 2 new closings each and every time you utilize these strategies. And you know how much revenue that means to your business, right? I'm not going to make promises of millions of dollars, but you can count on a realistic 1 to 2 additional closings per month every time you use these strategies, and some students will earn a lot more. It only takes a few hours of learning and implementation, and there's nothing complicated about it. And with practice, you will become an expert in using these techniques in no time. That means you can start from scratch here shortly and very quickly rank amongst the top producers in your area. Understand that you don't have to invest a lot of money implementing, and you don't have to have mad technical skills. Now, let me tell you how I discovered these simple strategies and tactics that allowed me to enter the top ranks of the top producers. Before I knew how to generate leads, the right way, and before I knew how to take control of my clients and have them play by my rules, and how to do things like develop an incredible referral-based business, I watched all the top producers making big money. And the thought of being able to get these big checks by having more closings every month and do it over and over again, well, it kept me up at night because it was so exciting to try to figure out how they're doing it. But what I was most fascinated with was that these top producers were making big amounts of money simply by having in place duplicatable systems for each part of their business, like lead generation systems that keep their lead funnels full at all times, and having seamlessly hypnotic control over their clients, so much so that they seemed to be able to get listings on demand, and it seemed they never lost a client on the way to the closing table. It was uncanny. To generate leads, they used proven methods, some of them I had seen before, but not the way that these top producers were using them. For example, they sent out postcards to targeted lists, but their postcards pulled in outrageous response numbers. They weren't the usual boring, thoughtless postcards that I've been taught to use. I learned how top producers were able to get referrals, and it was through specific language. And I was able to learn from each one of these top producers the language of referrals. By using deliberate and specific language, you set the stage for customers to refer you to at least 4 people during each transaction and at least 10 referrals after the transaction is over. The way you're currently doing business has to change. You know that you don't have a steady stream of leads, of quality leads coming in every day. You're probably like most agents out there trying to get through all those bad leads in hopes that you find a good one. And you're probably like most agents, you figure once you get the buyers in your car and start showing properties, they'll like you and everything will be fine. But you know, if you operated using a proven sales system each and every time, you would have lots more success. You know deep down you're tired of worrying about your business and about where your next deal is coming from, and you're tired of the anxiety and stress of a 100% commission career, and you want to know why others seem to make it and you don't. Well, I'd like to introduce to you my Agent Edge training system. The Agent Edge training system is my proven method for getting quality leads, my proven system for closing buyers and sellers consistently, and my proven conversational patterns that help you close more deals, make more money, and keep more of your transactions on track. The Agent Edge system includes more than 70 short videos, all of my effective ad templates, including postcard templates, newsletter templates, Craigslist ads, and all the other effective advertising that I have developed and is proven to help you get your phone to ring. And for every advertising template, there's a short video that explains the most effective way to use the ad. Also, I cover everything from basic psychology of the sale all the way through advanced marketing and advertising techniques. Just click the orange button below to purchase this product right now. My credentials are simple. My sales went from 25 sales per year to more than 200 per year. The average agent that goes through my training sessions will go from $2 million in gross commissions earned to over $5 million in gross commissions. And I've trained literally hundreds of real estate agents. I'm the broker in charge of the second largest firm in the Charlotte metro region with a little over 550 agents under my direct supervision. I'm a nationally published author and a real estate consultant, and I've interviewed on more than 25 national radio shows about real estate and how to be a top producer in the real estate industry. My guarantee is if you follow this system, and you will get more business. If you don't, we will refund your money, no questions asked. Just click on the orange button below to purchase the product right now. I want to tell you, this release will only be available for a limited time, and when it's gone, we will never offer this again at this price point ever. So click the button below to get started right now. As soon as you do, you'll get exclusive access to our members only area, even if it's 3 a.m. And like I said, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to become a top producer. You just have to have the smarts to click the orange button, get transported into our members area, and I hope to see you there. Just click the orange button below to get started right now. Transform your career.
John's training is phenomenal. I've been through training with many companies. I was told when I came over you wouldn't get training. But I was so surprised in seeing what down-to-earth basic roots training that you get here. Just phenomenal. I'm real pleased here.
I am thoroughly enjoying the training with John. I think he's doing an exceptional job, and I feel that when I leave here, I'll be better prepared to serve my clients. I think what's so effective about John's training is the sincerity that comes through when he's delivering, and so I know that I'll remember what he shared with me today, because I also know that having a personal touch makes a great difference. It's not just a transaction, it's a person's life that you're changing when you're selling them a home. So I really appreciate and